next challenge is entitled Valid Hex Code. Create a function that determines whether a string is a valid hex code. A hex code must begin with a pound key and is exactly 6 characters in length. Each character must be a digit from 0 to 9 or an alphabetic character from A to F. All alphabetic characters may be uppercase or lowercase. Look to the examples below. First one definitely looks good. It's got letters and numbers and none of the letters come after F, so that's valid, and it starts with a pound sign. Again, same deal for number 2. Number 3 is the same even though it's lowercase. Number 4 goes to false, and that would be because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 7 characters in it, yeah. Oh sure, the comment said that. This one goes to false. Notice it has the letter Z in it, that's after F. Hex, by the way, is short for hexadecimal. It's a numbering system that goes up to 16, and so you get the 9 digits, then you have A through F to make that 16 different characters. Or 15 unique, you know what I mean. And the next example is false. It's got this ampersand sign symbol, and then the final value is false because it's missing the pound sign. So I think that's pretty clear. I typically use these values for specifying colors, RGB values. You know, the first two would specify a red component, then a green component, then a blue component. If you're curious where those come from, that's how I use them anyway. So there's a hint here, right? You see rejects here, and you should definitely be thinking that when you read this specification. So let's head over to code, and we are most certainly going to use that here. Remember to pause and try this yourself. My solution is going to use stuff that we've seen in previous videos. I'm not going to do anything new. It's going to be a matter of making a different pattern and applying it in the same way that we have in the past. And so this repetition is great. More practice with regular expressions. It's really good. Okay, so we can go. Remember we had the rejects class, and it had a match method which we've used before, and we know we pass it a string as input and a string pattern that we want to check with. And so we're given the input, right, this string. Now the main point of this exercise is to come up with the right pattern. So it's going to be a string, and since we want an exact number of characters, right, we're looking for 7 exactly, the pound sign and 6 characters, specific characters. But for that reason, I'm going to put my anchors in here. If you remember from the language page, these anchors, they say that it has to occur at the beginning of the word, and this is the ends with one. And you can go back to this regular expression language. This is a really handy quick reference. I went down to anchors there, and you can see what these do. The $sign's looking at the end, and the caret symbol's looking at the beginning. So feel free to consult that as needed. So that said, I'm going to put in literally the pound symbol. I need that to match exactly. And then in my brackets, I can specify valid characters that I want. And I should mention, we know that we do a quantity like this. We put it in curly braces. And this is saying match exactly 6 from whatever valid characters I put in the brackets here. So we know we have 0 to 9, right? Those are all valid. We know we can do A to F, and that the A to F can be uppercase or lowercase. So I'll specify capital A to capital F, and lowercase a to lowercase f. Now remember, we've used this hyphen dash before, and it just says to use the range of letters between the two you specify. So that's a lot more convenient than writing out A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F, or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can imagine if you had a lot of characters that would add up fast. So that's just a shorthand for that. So hopefully this pattern, I know when you look at these at first, it's like, what the heck is this? But, you know, you start to see, oh, okay, anchors. I'm sandwiching it in here. This is the entire string I'm looking at, not partial string subsets, you know. It's got to be the whole string. I'm going to match exactly starting with a pound and then any combination of these valid letters, and I have to have 6 of them. So, and then finally, if you recall this, oops, I already had a closing parenthesis. If you remember, this match method returns, I think it's a match object. You can look that up if you care to. But it had this success property that is set to true when the match is made. So I'll do that. And then I think we can run this. Let's see if our pattern matches. All right, there we go. So there you have it. Another regular expression example, very useful. I hope if you didn't, even if you didn't get it, if you followed along with the explanation of the pattern, then I'd say you made some progress. Good job, and we'll see you in the next video.